Yeah. How are you? All right. I'm just gonna open us. So you really don't have to record me. You can if you want. And then Chief Pim will come up. So, good evening. I am Annie Sims. I'm the Public Information Officer here at the Winston-Salem Police Department. This news conference is to provide information regarding the officer-involved shooting that occurred earlier today. We will allow for only a couple questions due to the investigation being ongoing at this time. In addition, we will not be answering any questions regarding the school bus incident that occurred. I will send a follow-up media release with that information at the conclusion of this news conference. I will also send a written press release regarding the officer-involved shooting, so you'll have all the information, including names and identities, after the fact. Chief Payne will now come up and provide further details regarding the officer-involved shooting.
At approximately 1:40 p.m., the Winston-Salem Police Department officers responded to 5001 Silas Creek Road in response to a discharging of a firearm into a vehicle call for service. Upon arrival, officers were in the process of speaking with the victim, who stated that the neighbor residing at 5005 Silas Creek Road shot into his car. While on the scene with the victim, the suspect, William Michael Folk, exited his residence armed with a long gun and then returned inside. Officers immediately took cover and began giving verbal commands to Mr. Folk. Shortly after, Mr. Folk came back outside the residence again and fired the long gun in the direction of the officers. One of our officers returned fire and struck the suspect. Forsyth County Emergency Medical Services rendered aid to Mr. Folk on the scene, but he ultimately succumbed to his injuries. No officers were injured as a result of this incident. In our continued commitment to transparency, we have invited the State Bureau of Investigation to independently investigate this incident. We will fully cooperate and assist throughout the course of this investigation. We will also complete an internal administrative investigation through our Professional Standards Division, as we do on every use of force incident. This is to ensure that both policy and procedures were followed. At this time, we will not be releasing the identity of the officer involved in the shooting. That officer has been placed on administrative leave, which is standard procedure. The officer will be cooperating with the investigation during the administrative leave period. We will also be utilizing resources to meet the officer's emotional and mental health needs. It is no small thing to take another's life, even if it's to ultimately protect others from harm. Any questions?
Any clarifying questions we can answer?
I have one. Was there anyone else inside the home?
I'm not going to be able to get into that right now.
Okay.
Is there a history of calls from that location?
We have been on a call at that location in the past, yes.
You may have mentioned before, but did you mention how many times they were shot?
I didn't.
We won't be able to release
Yeah.
that just because of the SBI's investigation right now, but at a later date we should be able to.
How long did the incident last? Are we at liberty to talk about that?
I don't know the answer to that. How
We can
what do you
get-
mean?
Yeah, like are you talking about like how long were the officers there responding to the original incident?
The original incident and how long the officers were there.
Okay. We can get back with you
Yeah.
with the time frame, but we don't have that on hand, so.
That'd be excellent. Thank
Okay.
you.
I was speaking to a lady who said she heard shots at 3 a.m. and other people in the neighborhood said that quite frequently they heard shots from that location. Are you able to describe this individual's, I guess, relationship with firearms? Anything you might?
Not at this time.
So are you not able to answer any questions about the individual?
No. Again, this is the SBI's investigation, so I wouldn't want to say or do anything to taint that investigation. So that's why I'm sticking to basically the preliminary I can give you.
Okay. Is there any more details about, like, if there was a standoff between the officers and the individual?
Nothing other than what I gave you.
Okay.
And how old is he?
66.
66? And
Yes.
it's William Michael Ford?
It is William Michael Folk.
And then I'll send it in a press release after seeing it.
Is there a relationship between the victim and perpetrator here, or any history between those people?
Not that I'm aware of at this time, or that I could even talk about, even if it was.
I think that's all for this evening. I will send the press release out here shortly, and then I'll also send the press release out about the school bus incident, so you all have that as well, because I know I was getting some questions. If you have any other follow-ups, you can come see me, and I can try to answer the best of my ability.
Is that the abduction? I don't know what you're talking about, the school bus incident.
It happened like right when this was happening.
Oh, really? Are you gonna news release on that?
I'll write it, yeah. I'll get it to you here shortly. No one has any of the information, because I haven't had time.
So somebody was chasing
Yeah.
at night? I mean,
I
after
think
that?
so. I really don't know. Like, I need to read it.
Yeah.
Like,
That's nuts.
no, it was like a wild situation that was happening at the same time that this was happening, and I said, I'm putting that on hold, because no one was injured or anything.
Okay.
So,
All right.
but yeah, I'll send that out here shortly. I gotta go write it.
I was talking to a lady who lives out there near Silas Creek Road, and what she told me was that this guy has been